Hello everyone, this is Suma and today we are going to talk about one of the major writers of Indian English literature, that is Vikram Seth, and his major novels The Golden Gate, A Suitable Boy, and some of his poetry collections. And before that, let's have a quick look on JNPITH Award. JNPITH Award is an highest literary award given in India, and it was presented annually by Bharatiya Jnanapith, and this was bestowed to the Indian writers writing in Indian languages for their outstanding contribution towards literature. So, do you know who is the first one to receive this award? Yes, he's a Malayalam writer, Sanket Kurup, and he was received it in 1965 for his poetry Oda Kuzun. And do you know who is the first woman to receive this award, JNPITH Award? She is Annapurna Devi, who belongs to West Bengal, and she is a Bengali writer, and she received JNPITH Award in 1976 for her novel, which is a trilogy, Protham Prothostruti. And this award has been presented for the works in 16 Indian languages: Hindi, Kannada, Bengali, Malayalam, Gujarati, Marathi, Odia, Urdu, Telugu, Assamese, Punjabi, Tamil, Kashmiri, Konkan, and Sanskrit. And do you know who was the recent recipient of this award? Again from Malayalam writer Akitham Achyutam. He received JNPITH Award in 2019. He was the recent one to receive this award. And we'll have a quick look on the major recipients of this award. There are 5 in total. As I said earlier, first one to receive this award is Sanket Kurup, and for his poetry he received this award in 1965. And Ashapurna Devi is the lady who received this award in 1976 for her novel Protham Prothostruti. She is a Bengali writer and first woman to receive JNPITH Award. And next is U.R. Ananthamurthy. He is from Karnataka and he received this award in 1994. Next is Mahashweta Devi, again a Bengali writer, and she received in 1996. And in 2018, Amitav Ghosh received JNPITH Award for his English writing. He is an English writer. He is the only one who received this award for English, because this award is meant for the Indian languages and Indian writings. Amitav Ghosh is the exceptional one. And let's move on to Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth was born on 20th June 1952 in Calcutta. His father name is Premnath Seth and mother is Leela Seth. Father was an executive of Bata Shoes, and his mother is a famous personality because she is the first female judge of the Delhi High Court and first woman to become Chief Justice of a state high court in India. As we all know, Vikram Seth is an Indian novelist and poet, and he has wrote several novels and poetry collections. And for all his works, he received some of the major awards, that are Padma Shri, Sahitya Akademi Award, Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, W.H. Smith Literary Award, and Crossword Book Award. And his major works, let's get a look on major works. His novels, he has written 3 novels, that are The Golden Gate, that was published on 1986, A Suitable Boy 1993, and Equal Music, that was published on 1999. Let's come to his collection of poetry, that is 2 notable collection of poetries he has written. The major one, Mappings, which was published on 1980, And second one is Beastly Tales, which was published on 1991. And he has written one travel book. The name of his travel book is From Heaven Lake Travels Through Sikyang and Tibet. So let's take a look on his major honors. We discussed it just now, but let's have a little detailed view of these honors. In 1988, he received Sahitya Academy Award for The Golden Gate, his first major novel. 1994, he received Commonwealth Writers' Prize for his second novel, A Suitable Boy. In 1994, W.H. Smith Literary Award was given for again his second novel, A Suitable Boy. And Crossword Book Award was given to him on 1999, the same year of the An Equal Music was published. His third novel received Crossword Book Award. And in 2001, he was honored with Order of the British Empire as an officer. And 2005, he received Pravasi Bharatiya Samman. And 2007, he received Padma Shri in Literature and Education. And 2013, he received NDTV's 25 Greatest Global Living Legends in India. So let's come to his first novel, The Golden Gate. As we all know, it was published in 1986. It is his first novel, and this novel is in the form of verses, and it was composed of 590 Onegin stanzas. Onegin stanzas is a kind of sonnet form. It was written in 14 lines, and it was written in iambic tetrameter with rhyme scheme ABAB, CC, DD, EFF, EGG. This is the Onegin pattern of writing. It contains 14 lines. Totally, this novel contains 590 Onegin stanzas, and this novel is famous for that. And this book, The Golden Gate, was inspired by Charles Johnston's translations of Pushkin's Eugene Onegin. Let's come to the plot of this novel. This novel is set in 1980s, and it follows a group of UPs in San Francisco. And this action occurs with our protagonist John Brown and his friend Janet Hayakawa, and they both placed an advertisement which is very amorous in nature in a newspaper, and this created controversy, and they have been called for trial. And for this they met their lawyer Elizabeth Dorothy, and she is nicknamed as Liz. Okay, they meet Liz for this trial, and it progresses. The sequence progresses. Their marriage de facto. Marriage de facto is a live-in relationship, and gradually it results in legal marriage of Liz to John's friend Philip. Liz and John's friend Philip get married, and both of them engaged in the marriage, and they got a son. And following rejection of Liz, John again finds his soulmate in Janet, and later in a automobile collision, Janet also dies, and Liz calls our protagonist John Brown to be a godfather of her son. And this is all about the plot of The Golden Gate, and this novel brought its author the 1988 Sahitya Akademi Award for English by the Sahitya Academy, India's National Academy of Letters. And let's move on to the second novel by Vikram Seth, A Suitable Boy, 1993. And this novel is set in Brahmapura, and that fictional town is located in between Ganges and Banaras and Patna. Ganges between Banaras and Patna, along with other Indian countries, Indian localities also included, that are Calcutta, Delhi, Lucknow, and other Indian cities also. And this creates a colorful background to the novel because there are so many emerging stories in this novel. So all the localities from India gives a colorful backdrop to this novel. And the influence to write this novel was 5-volume 18th century Chinese novel. It was inspired by the Chinese novel named The Story of the Stone by Cao Xun. Let's move on to the little more details about A Suitable Boy. It was published in 1993, and it is one of the longest novels ever published in a single volume in the English literature, because many of the novels which are bulk in nature, they were published in several volumes, but this novel being lengthy structure, it was published in a single volume, and it is the longest novel ever written in English in a single volume. It contains 1349 pages, around 591,552 words. And we have a sequel to this novel called A Suitable Girl, yet to publish. It is due for its publication since 2007, and till now it is not yet published. So we have to remember that A Suitable Boy has a sequel, A Suitable Girl, and it is the most awaited one, still not published. And this novel is set in a newly post-independence, post-partition India, and the novel follows the story of 4 families, that are the Mehras, the Khans, the Kapoors, the Chatterjees. And the major plot centers on Mrs. Rupa Mehra's, one of the member from the Mehra family, and her efforts to arrange the marriage for her younger daughter Lata to a suitable boy. Lata is a 19-year-old girl, and she is a university student who refuses to get influenced by her mother or her brother. The entire story revolves around her Lata and her choice, and she is forced to make a choice between her suitors Kabir, Harish, and Amit. This was the story about A Suitable Boy. And let's take a look on the equal music. And this is the third novel by Vikram Seth, which was published in 1999. So it is a musical plot because our 2 major characters belong to a musical category, Michael and Julia. Michael is the professional violinist, and Julia met him as a student, and she is a pianist. They met in Vienna, and after that they departed, and later after 10 years they again met and they have a secret affair, and this affected their musical career. And later at the end of the novel, Julia is going deaf. This is quite a quick look on the equal music. Let's come to his poetry collection. His major collection of poetry is Mappings, which was published in 1980, and it is the first book of poems by Vikram Seth, and it was published by the Writers Workshop, Calcutta. And this has the themes on life, love, landscape, and The major poem from this collection is The Tale of Melon City. Next is Beastly Tales. This collection of poetry was published on 1991, and it was a collection of 10 fables in poetry. The fables are in the form of poetry, and the full title of this work is Beastly Tales from Here and There. In the introduction, Seth states that the first two comes from India, the next two from China, the next two from Greece, the next two from the Ukraine, and final two came directly to me from the land of Gab. Okay, Seth's sense of humor is exemplified here from the story, from the famous and well-known story, The Hare and the Tortoise. That is all for today. Hope it will help you. Thank you so much all.